pulls it and fires to the left. He's brought down, but it'll be enough for a first down.
I like the QB here. Very decisive, understanding. I get the ball to my slot guy, he can make plays after. Like the quickness, the speed, the elusiveness.
There he goes! Across the 50 and knocked out of bounds at the 48. An explosive play gets this offense working. See that maze in blue, and you expect tough-minded, hard-nosed running attacks.
I expect big, physical, huge linemen that don't like people, that are going to move them out of the way and do just this, what we did right here. Move the sticks, get first downs on the ground. That's who Michigan is.
Down to the 26-yard line before they ride him out of bounds, and this defense is on its heels. The Wolverines come to the line with a fresh set of downs. Unleashes one deep. And they won't make the connection going for the big play.
The offense just has not been able to find a way to get their rhythm going here in the first half. We just haven't seen it in the passing game. That was a really good example of it again. If they're going to score more points in the second half, they've got to make some adjustments here at halftime.
Working well behind the sticks on second down. Looking downfield, it's Underwood. Fires deep toward the end zone. And that ball was in harm's way, and he is lucky to get that one back.
Well, nice job by the defense here in back-to-back plays. 2 straight incompletions. You've given up some yards, and the opponent's in field goal range. This is a place a lot of D coordinators like to send the blitz, because if you sack the quarterback and create a negative play, you knock them out of field goal range.
They were on the move, but 2 straight incompletions had them staring at 3rd and 10. Under fire. Lets it fly. Makes the catch. Works his way to the 4-yard line, and they'll have it 1st and goal.
And this quarterback wasn't thinking about taking off and running with that one. He was outside the pocket, but he kept his eyes down the field. He kept reading the coverage. He was surveying to find an open target. Accurate throw, and they get the first down.
And the Wolverines have it in scoring position on 1st and goal. Down to 2 minutes to play in the half, and the referees signal for the 2-minute timeout. And this offense will have to feel pretty good about itself if it can tie the game before halftime. 1st and goal. And that defense gets to him, and down he goes at the 9.
I think defenses sometimes get frustrated and you want to get blitz happy, and because you give up yards. In this day and age, you're going to give up yards. Who cares? This is the area you're going to bow up. Nice job on 1st down, stopping them. A couple more downs here to stay aggressive.
To the air on 2nd down. Unleashes to the end zone. And he can't find his man as he was trying to pay off this red zone opportunity.
And that is a huge missed opportunity for the quarterback. You've got your guy wide open in the end zone. You're not under pressure. You just got to hit him. That ball got away. That's one he'd like to have back.
It's 3rd and goal and 3rd and long. To the air, it's Underwood. And that one is picked up in the end zone. And they'll drag him down after a good return on the interception. Never a good time for a turnover, but it always seems a little worse when you're about to knock on the door of the end zone.
No doubt about it. And it's this area of the field, Reese, where your execution really has to be great. Because down in the red zone, the windows to throw into it for a quarterback, they're smaller and they close a lot quicker. So you really have to be on the same page as your wide receiver. And that time, the offense and the QB simply were not.
My job is to make sure that ball comes loose, and I got to go through that guy, use my shoulder pad, drive my feet, really be physical, because if he bobbles it at all, or as soon as his hand gets to the ball, you can tell the difference when that body jerks forward and that ball starts to come loose and pop out.
And he drops it, just took his eye off of it at the last minute.
I know that one falls incomplete, but I love the idea of finding ways to get this running back the ball, right? You can hand it off to him. He's got really good hands. Already has a few catches in this game, I think you keep trying to leak him out of the backfield and let him take advantage of this defense throwing the ball.
The roar of the crowd trying to fuel this defense to keep them pinned in their own end. Grab near the sticks. It's Tate. Has plenty for the first down, and they stop him at the 28. Third down, a lot of times it comes down to not necessarily who's the most open, who do you trust the most?
No, it's not about the X's and the O's. It's about the Jimmys and the Joes. And when my guy's better than you and I get you matched up out wide and I know I trust you, I'm finding you.
This slot receiver gives defensive coordinators nightmares. You have got to double him virtually on every pass play. He better have safety help over top. Otherwise, this guy's a threat to score every time they throw the ball.
Throws for the tight end. Wide open downfield. Defense on skates that time. They finally drag him down at the 42.
And what a massive play for the offense. Not only getting the football across the 50, but they've now put themselves in position to steal a few more points here before the half.
The Buckeyes getting set on 1st and 10. Back to pass, it's Sayin. Throws to the wideout. Complete to the left. Knocked down at the 22. That's a first down, and they can still stop the clock. And the Buckeyes want to move quickly. Wants to go up top on first down. Just a hair too much on it from this big-arm sophomore quarterback.
Well, that's just a miss by the quarterback. That's a simple slant route. That ball's got to be thrown out in front or put in the face mask of the receiver. Bad throw by the QB.
Offense changing the play. They'll throw again after the incompletion. Right on target this time. And he'll step out of bounds after a very productive play.
You know,
and let's hold on just a minute here as the officials are going to have a second look. And the play will stand after the replay booth just does a little double checking to make sure. Big third down in the red zone, and this crowd is getting behind this defense. They'll try to pick up the first through the air. Flushed out of the pocket. Gets rid of it. Quarterback just flat, missed it, incomplete.
They've done a nice job marching the football down the field to get into this position in the red zone. You're throwing incomplete on third down, so the question now, are you going for a touchdown, try to pay this drive off, or are you just going to take the points?
So the offense is going to go for it on fourth down. He'll try to throw and pick up the first down. And as he throws, that ball never had a chance, and they'll turn it over on downs.
And aggressive play calls. Everybody wants you to be aggressive. They're aggressive. They take their shot. Now they got to live with a little bit of the consequences. They turn the football over on downs. Now their defense has to go out on the field and make some stops.
Trying to make magic with his feet. He'll step out of bounds at the 23-yard line after a productive play for this offense. The Wolverines with a second and short to keep this drive moving. Dropping back, it's Underwood. The throw. Caught near the sticks, it's Haynes. And he'll be tackled, but there is a flag on the field. So the big gain, all for naught, brought back due to the laundry on the field, and they'll try it again. Time dwindling away as they try to put points on the board right before the half. Quickly out to the tight end. He steps out of bounds, but he's got a first down on the play. They'll have just enough time to get one more snap before the half. Looking to throw on first down. Pass is incomplete, and that's going to do it for the first half. Just about set to get this second half underway. He'll bring it out. It's Tate. He's out of bounds at his own 15-yard line, looking for running room and couldn't find much on that return. State offense onto the field. They had this lead to start the third quarter because of the passing game. Didn't get a lot done on the ground.
They did, but the quarterback is in a rhythm. That was obvious in the first.
And he'll be knocked down at the 2-yard line.
What a great play. Winning one-on-one, getting home and getting a sack, and that kind of effort is going to get the big house fired up. These 100,000-plus Michigan Wolverine fans are on their feet screaming because of that dominant play right there coming from their D-line.
And that pass will be jarred loose on second down. That brings up third down.
This offense hasn't been able to generate a lot of points in this one. Here in the third quarter, you're seeing the defense and how much pride they take on being physical. It's not just stopping the run. Guys in the back end flying to the football in the air, getting hits on guys, that time on the receiver, knocking it loose.
He might want another play. Goalpost tapping you on the shoulder. Just take care of the football here. Oh, he dropped it. That deep ball was right on the money. You just have to make that catch.
This offense has struggled to get any rhythm going, and the only success they've had is throwing to this guy, so no question here in the second half they're going to try to do that more often, but the defense knows it. Nice job there in coverage, making sure that one fell incomplete.
He'll be brought down, but there is a flag on the field. Let's see what that one's about. So the decision has been made, and the coach will take the penalty. So the offense keeps this drive alive thanks to the roughing the punter penalty. They'll run behind the big guys on the right. He's going to lose a yard on that one.
Man, when you go into the half and you're down, like that speech is usually pretty fiery. A lot of words you can't use on television. And so this coaching staff probably challenged their guys, and I like the way they started this second half so far. Physically, flying around, doing a great job stopping the run. They got to play like this the rest of the game.
Fires left. Got rid of it in a hurry, but he couldn't find his man. It's incomplete.
Another incompletion, and I've said that a lot, and these teams are just struggling. I mean, the offense just doesn't know what to do. Nothing's working. Ground game, throw game. It's kind of been a rock fight on both sides.
Big noise in the big house for this huge third down play. Looking to throw, it's Sayin. Fires to the middle. Complete to the left. He'll have enough for the first down, and they stop him at the 45.
And it's on third downs like this, if you want to attack the middle of the field, you got to look for the tight end. Really nice route. Great job looking that football in. You can tell this quarterback really has a lot of confidence when he's in the pocket looking for the big fella, and they're able to hook up there.
And they're able to shove him to the turf as they stop him for a short gain. Solid pickup of 4 on first down. It's 2nd and 6. Wants to go up top. The throw to the outside is complete. Turning it on! Good execution. They move the sticks, and they've got it at the 33. Big fella showing some ability. Got away from one tackle. Defense lucky they had a few more there to help.
Yeah, he's not a big stiff. He's not a blocking tight end. This guy can do some work out in the open field as well, and he showed you his athleticism.
Unloads to the right. He's got it. Touchdown, Buckeyes! Once he got some room, it was over. Ohio State is dotting Michigan's eye as the Buckeyes are firmly in control.
And Ohio State, you know, they've let a few get away from their rival in Michigan, and they're trying to get that back. So they came into this one with a chip on their shoulder. They're not always used to being in that position when they play against Michigan. But, David, in the second half here, it's all Buckeyes.
Yeah, and you know you got to be physical. When you play the Wolverines, you know the type of brand that they play. Ohio State has matched that physicality. They have been ready. They were ready for the game, and they've handled business.
They're coming out to tee it up for the kickoff, and that last score was a real buzzkill for this crowd. Here he comes from inside his own 5. He was looking for some running room, but not much to be found as he stopped at the 18. They'll start this drive from the 18-yard line. Back to pass, it's Underwood. Fires to the big fella. At the 35, he's open. He goes out of bounds, maybe a step shy of the 40. They're going to mark it at the 39, and a really nice pickup there. They created a lot of breathing room with that first play of the drive. Now first down from the 39. He's got an open man. Finally corralled, but not before. He picks up the first down.
Well, that's a really nice job surveying the field and delivering an accurate throw. You know, when I think back to Michigan quarterbacks, I think of guys like Elvis Gerbach or Tom Brady, Jim Harbaugh, Brian Griese, guys that could hurt you throwing the ball from the pocket.
It's picked off, and they ruin the drive with a turnover. He'll try to take it back. Smashes through the tackle. Down to the 36-yard line, and some nifty moves to try to make a big play on the interception.
Yeah, and linebackers have to do a really good job of playing the run, but you could see sitting back in cover 2, understanding I got to get my zone, get my eyes on the QB, break on the football. Nice play by that linebacker. Nice pick.
They'll put it in play from the 36 for the first play of the drive. To the air on first down. Got a man. It's Tate. They stop him just short of the first down, but it will be 2nd and inches coming up.
Well, it's a nice job by the defender. They're closing the gap with the wide receiver. They're going to complete the hitch pass, but he's able to run right up on him, get him to the ground for a minimum gain.
And a really nice setup here to take a shot if they want. 3 receivers to the right. Caught close to the marker, it's Smith. Good pick up there. They'll move the chains, and they're set up at the 41. They are dialed in on this drive. A couple of chunk plays, and now they'll snap it on first down. To the air, it's Sayin. Makes the grab. He works his way inside the 30 down to the 29 and picks up a first down. The Buckeyes come to the line with a new set of downs. Making sure they have good balance, keeping it on the ground. Strong run, picks up 6 down to the 22-yard line. They can really be aggressive after that last play at 2nd and 3. Back to pass. Caught behind the line. It's Jackson. They knock him down behind the line, and the defense finishing this third quarter in style. And you want to talk about his favorite receiver, it might be everybody based on the number of guys getting touches and a chance to show off their hands in the passing game. With the break, they had a little extra time to dial something up for this third down play. From the gun, wants to pass. Makes the grab. Picks up enough to give them 1st and 10 from the 11. Boy, the defense really needed to get off the field there, and they just couldn't do it, and it's a fresh set of downs.
Man, that hurts. When you're trailing late in the ball game, you need those stops, and you get them to third down. You get them to those critical points. Now they get the first down. You don't have many left. You better get aggressive.
He's down at the 1, and they almost had the touchdown pass on that one.
I love an offense that wants to stay aggressive. Even when you've got the lead late in a game like this, right, you still try to find your playmakers and get them the ball in space, and that is exactly what this offense is doing.
And that's how you respond as a defense, man. You give up 9 yards on first down. Second down, man, they bring some pressure. They are in the backfield fast, and they make the tackle for a loss and completely flip the script. Almost a guaranteed first down on second down, and now maybe even put them in a passing situation on third down.
Really need to pick up this conversion and avoid having to settle for the field goal. He'll sneak it and try to surge forward. Absolutely nowhere to go as his defense makes a third down stop. He'll go to the sneak. All down, but he has enough to move the chains. The Buckeyes are in the hurry-up. He'll wedge it in there on the quarterback sneak. Scores on the sneak. Now they have extended this lead, guys, starting to put the hammer, but sometimes a rivalry game can give you a little of extra fight back.
And there can be no panic at this point now. You've worked too hard this offseason, David. They've had this game circled for so long. You've got to play your best football right now and fight back.
And you just need something good to happen on this next possession. You got to get the crowd back into this football game. Big rivalry. Get some emotion. Get some momentum on your side.
Kickoff unit back to work, and they have been busy as they've built this sizable lead. And a special teams miscue as the kickoff goes out of bounds. The officials offer the deal, and the coach accepts it. They will take the penalty. Looking for a man, it's Underwood. Right down the middle. Makes a connection. They'll finally drag him down, but not before he gets it to the 40, and it's a first down.
Well, this offense has not put their best product on the field today. They've got no points to show for any of their efforts so far, but they've still got a chance. But if it's going to happen, it has to happen now in this 2-minute situation. This is where their playmakers need to step up.
Got a man, it's Haynes. He gets it down to the 36 before being knocked out of bounds. And here comes the offense on second down. Looking to fire. Makes the catch, it's Haynes. He's run out of bounds, but he's got enough to move the sticks.
Yeah, and you see running backs in today's football, they play wide receiver basically for you, but you got to find a guy that you can throw it to, and you know he's going to catch the ball consistently.
They'll snap it from the 30 on first down. Wants to throw on first down. Looking to the big tight end. And he just overshot his man and threw it out of bounds, incomplete. Try to make up for some of that lost ground on second down. Wants to go up top. That's reeled in. It's O'Leary. He's stopped and forced out of bounds just short of the 10-yard line. They'll mark it at the 11. And the Wolverines have it with a 1st and 10. Wants to throw it. And that incomplete pass caused by the big hit on first down. Second down coming. Second down coming up on this red zone opportunity. Back to throw, it's Underwood. Excellent coverage and good use of the hands to knock it away.
Well, at this point, you're still trying to throw stuff up against the blackboard and see if it sticks. You're down by a lot of points, so why not try it, right? And give the offense credit. You know, you're not just going to run the football. You're not just going to take a knee and go into the locker room with your tail between your legs. I like the fighting spirit, just not enough of that today.
Once you start to get down here towards the goal line, it's so much more difficult to throw the football, and you really want to stretch the defense sideline to sideline and use your speed and take advantage of the grass when you see it. They try to take a little bit of a shot.
Touchdown, Michigan! Snagged in the end zone to give them 6.
Nice Nice job by the offense, going down the field, putting points on the board, but you're still down a couple possessions. Still need some good things to happen. You need your kicker to go over there and get warmed up. We need an onside. We need to score some points. We need a lot of things to go right to win this football game.
On to attempt the try. And after the extra point, they're now down 21-7. So that's a 59-yard touchdown drive. They are running out of time here. They need to get the ball back. They'll line up for the onside kick. And a few anxious moments, but the hands team is able to fall on it. Okay, here comes the Ohio State offense onto the field. Firmly in control of this game. We'll see if they just try to run out the clock and get out with a victory.
Everybody on offense here should feel really good about their performance today too, David. They had a really good game plan coming into this one, and they went out and they executed at a very high level.
Yeah, lights out, and this game's over. I'm interested to see the philosophy now. Do we keep chucking the pill and keep trying to score points? Because it's the defense's responsibility to stop them. Or do they just run this clock and say, all right, we did enough today. We kicked them in the face.
He's knocked down for a loss of 7. Timeout called there by the defense, desperate to get the ball back and save as much time as possible. More than 100,000 making their presence felt. A huge third down here in the big house. Looking to pass. It's Sayin. Dances away to buy time. Going to try to get it himself. Kept it and he's past the marker. Knocked out of bounds. They're in the red zone. Mark it at the 17, and they are set up. Quick timeout called by the defense, stopping the clock to save as much time as possible for their offense. Down to the 18-yard line. It's 1st and 10. About that play by that giant, that mountain of a man on the defensive front. You got to believe they just want to run it, take care of the football, and keep that clock moving on 2nd and 9. They've got him looking run. Now they're going to throw it. Zings it complete to the right. Now the connection takes it to the 11.
I think really good wide receivers do a good job of making every route kind of look the same. You can tell this looked like a vertical route. So if I'm a DB, I'm bailing, and all of a sudden he sits that hitch down. Nice job by the wide receiver creating enough separation to create a positive gain.
On 3rd and short, trying to impose their will and move the chains. They'll make the stop about a yard short of the 1st down. 4th down and 1, and they'll go for it. The game may be the best rivalry in college football, and this year, the Buckeyes will hold the bragging rights. That will put the wrap on things from here. For David Pollack and Jesse Palmer, I'm Reese Davis. You've been watching another presentation of EA Sports College Football.